Hey, it's David Pingree. Thanks for watching. We're out here at Milestone Raceway today with our 2017 Yamaha YZ250 project. And I wanted to do something unique on this thing. Obviously the bike itself hasn't changed from last year, but it's such a great bike anyway. We wanted to just do something aesthetically that looked cool. And so I got to thinking, one of my favorite riders was Ricky Johnson, and he won his first championship in 1984 on a bike that looked just like this. And it's actually a pretty cool story. I tried hard to get RJ to come out and ride it and talk with us a little bit, but his truck testing schedule got in the way. But he gave me a little bit of feedback from that year. You know, in '82, he was actually leading the championship and lost it at the last round in Colorado with a broken wheel. Probably heard that story. '83, he was winning races, looking good again, dislocated his hip. So it wasn't until '84 that he actually got the deal done, won his first championship. And he was telling me a little bit about that bike. They added a longer rod on it to give him a little more volume with taller base gaskets and head gaskets, and he had there was a power valve on it, he said, that was a little different than all the other manufacturers. It gave him really good roll on, so on slick tracks it worked really well. And anyway, they had some suspension issues with it, but he said overall it was a great bike. And so when I showed him the photos of this, he was pretty pumped, thought it was pretty neat. If I had just thrown a number 17 on here, it would have looked a lot like it. So anyway, for this project, we went to Cycra Plastic for the help on all the yellow plastic. The tank is from Clarke Manufacturing, and these guys, that's really the only place you can find different colored tanks. We did a white Yamaha 125 last year and got it from the same place. So if you're looking, it's Clarke, C-L-A-R-K-E, check those guys out because they've got oversized tanks or regular size in any color you want. Renthal helped as well. Handlebars, grips, chain, Works connection, gave us all of our bar clamps, the clutch perch, the clutch levers and brake lever, they're all anodized black, really match it nice. So a lot of those little parts and pieces are Works connection. And the wheels were another cool part of this project. So Dubya Racing has a cool manufacturing process called Cerakote. And these are actually just the stock hubs that we took apart, and he put this coating on them. And we did black. You can do any color you want. Those guys do a great job. It's very affordable. You have the strength of your stock hub, which is nice, and a really cool look, whatever you want to go with. And then we went with DID rims, which I think really tie this whole thing together nice. I appreciate those guys stepping up and helping out. And Pro Circuit also involved with their pipe and their carbon tie silencer. These silencers are awesome. They look cool. They sound super sharp. So I really want to thank those guys. DeCal Works came through on the graphics, and those guys, again, knocked it out of the park. And then Moto Seat built our seat. It's got some ribs on it, all black, Yamaha logos, little Racer X badge in the back. So I appreciate everything those guys do for us as well. So Dunlop tires, we got a V-Force reed block on here. That's really the only thing we did to it. Stock engine. These things run really well. We wanted to be able to use pump fuel, so we just did the pipe silencer and reed block. And I've also got some titanium foot pegs from Works Connection. These things are super light, got a really nice feel, nice base platform to them. So really, really dig those. I'm anxious to get this out on the track. We think we've got the jetting right. We're going to set some sag and mix some fuel and go have some fun. Well, we finished up on the track, and I'm always come away riding these YZ250s just really impressed. Even though this bike hasn't seen a lot of technical development in the last 10 years or so, it's just such a good platform. You jump right on it, it's comfortable. The motor is really easy to ride as far as two strokes go. Just a lot of fun. With the Pro Circuit pipe and silencer on, you get just a really snappy, sharp hit, and then a little bit longer over rev than what you would have from stock. So just a really nice little addition to it. And the V-Force reed block gives you that throttle response, just sharpens it up a little bit. So Pro Circuit's website also has a really good jetting spec. That's where we pulled the jetting for this. If you are looking for a way to clean up the jetting on your bike, go to ProCircuit.com. Those guys have a real good spec. One other thing we didn't mention too, we use a lot of Lightspeed projects in our products in our builds, and they gave us some fork protectors, just real thin carbon that wraps around your fork and protects your tube. It's just a nice little touch, and we wanted to mention those. Other than that, everything on this bike worked great. You know, it's obviously a stock hub and a DID rim, so very strong wheels. Brakes are all good. Controls feel comfortable. I love these Works Connection pegs, and they drop some weight off for sure. They're really light, so all those things we really like. The big part of this bike obviously is the look, and I think it came out great. I love it. I love that year. I love being able to sort of just pay respect to RJ's first title with this themed bike. Thanks to DeCal Works, Cycra, and Clarke Manufacturing for all the products that made that a possibility. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next project build.